I mean, they host the Big Ten
not
championship.
really indie.
They need a screen. They need a big screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially whenever Ohio State's taking on Minnesota.
Ooh.
No.
Michigan's taking on Minnesota.
No. Minnesota ain't making the fucking Big Ten championship.
They got the Florida Rosedale first time PJ Fleck's tenure. It might be all different now.
Yeah, it's horseshit. I mean, they got beat, but that's neither here nor there. The
Wisconsin maybe, but
The
they
Hawks
stink
win
too.
out. If the Hawks win out, they will still be there.
Is that going to happen? You guys had 2 yards of offense in the second half.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting this to happen at some point. I didn't think it was necessarily going to happen against Minnesota. I thought maybe in a couple weeks here when they go play a game at Wrigley Field, that was kind of like the perfect, hey, get beat by Northwestern when you absolutely should not. We'll see, though. Hopefully this hardens the boys a bit. I didn't ever think that Iowa would find a worse quarterback than Spencer Petras, and here we are just 1 year later. And
They have unique ability.
Deacon.
yeah, I mean, first and foremost, this son of a bitch needs to lose about 45 pounds.
You need to relax.
I do not need to relax. You're in college, son. You weigh fucking 280 pounds. All right? This guy just sees these rushers coming in at him, and he's so fucking fat that he can't get out of the way. I'm sick of it. I'll tell you what, like, Packers losing yesterday, like, I don't give a shit. They suck. Who cares? I bought into Iowa being like, hey, we're so fucking bad on offense, and we just continue to win, and it makes no sense, and it pisses everyone off, and I love it. And for Cooper DeJean to run that back,
Man.
and one of the best punt returns in the
All-American.
country, he's just been doing it week in, week out. For them to get fucking hosed like that at Kinnick, fucking sick to my stomach.
PJ Fleck.
And then, yeah, that
Of all people.
that son of a bitch after the game to be, he's yelling like an asshole per usual. I mean, I didn't expect anything different, but then for him to say like, we just beat one of the best football teams in the country, it's like, okay, pal, slow your roll a little bit.
Oh, you guys stink. You shouldn't have said that.
Wait, so
No, you shouldn't have said they're not one of the best teams in the country. They had fucking 2 yards in the second half. You kidding me? I know what he's doing. He's
What's
trying
he
to
doing?
fucking save his ass because he should get shit canned because
He just beat Iowa. He just won the bronze pig.
it's the Florida Rosedale. And yeah, I mean, fuck that guy. I hate PJ Fleck. He's a piece of shit. There's no two ways about it.
Whoa.
Iowa won that football game.
Hey.
wait, they couldn't get into field goal range with a minute 20 left?
Well, it's funny you should mention that because Deacon Hill decided to throw it fucking 800 miles an hour had someone wide open, 3rd and 20. Hey, let's go ahead and just live to fight another day. We need 12 yards to get into field goal range, okay? What's this dumb son of a bitch do? He throws as hard as he can, from one hash to the next, gets picked off. I mean, had no chance of completing it whatsoever. It just...
He wasn't supposed to be the player. He was taking this year to get back into better shape and get ready for the time whenever he was
he's
needed.
like an 8th-year senior. He was at Wisconsin. It's just he's just been bouncing from place to place to place to place. Maybe Kirk starts recruiting some quarterbacks in the state of Iowa. There aren't a whole. It's like you can't play quarterback at Iowa if you played quarterback in high school at Iowa. We got to go find guys from California who. Newsflash: if you're from California and you're playing college football at Iowa, you fucking suck.
What is your
Because if you were worth the shit, you'd go to USC or UCLA or Oregon or Washington
Right.
or one of these schools on the West Coast. You wouldn't fucking go to the Midwest to play quarterback. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it.
You all right? Did you get it all out?
Yeah, I did get it all out.
All right,
now,
got
boys, we got a week to kind of reload, and then now you got to go win at Wrigley. All right, got to beat Northwestern. Cannot lose to Northwestern.
Hashtag I don't overreact.
But
That's pretty much what you just did right there.
yeah, pretty much.
You got anything to say, Deacon? You took some real heavy shots at Deacon there. in the
Maybe
middle of that
sorry.
whole thing.
I mean, I'm just sick and tired of seeing the guy. You watch the whole game and you convince yourself it's not actually this bad, and then you look at the box score and oh no, he was 12 of 34 for 67 yards and 2 picks. How does that fucking happen? How can that happen in college football? And I understand we're down our 2 best tight ends and all this kind of stuff, but how does that happen? How can that?
That doesn't happen to a team that's going to the Big Ten championship.
Well, we'll see. They still might.
He actually had his best game.
What was he?
10 of 28 for 116 and an interception.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
for him.
For Iowa.
So bad.
You're telling me that team's going to play Northwestern at Wrigley Field?
And you
Yeah.
worried?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is they can't blow out anybody. Like
Tough barn, too.
So they could get beat every single week. So, yeah, I'd say I'm a little worried.
How'd Torrey Taylor do? So good, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is, like, you know, when Torrey Taylor is pinning teams, you know, at like the 15 instead of the 2, and then it's like, oh, he had a terrible game because, you know, he needs to pin him inside the 5 for us to have any chance to do anything. But I believe he did have, you know, pinned him inside the 1-yard line at one point. Yeah, I mean,
hey, way to go, Hawkeyes. You're still in it. Everything's still in front of you.
Chance.
9 punts.
Inside the 10. Yeah.
Well, no,
6 punts
he only
inside the 5.
punted 9 times, too.
Yeah, but, that's amazing. He's a part of the offense.
No, I mean, that's what I meant.
He's literally a part of the offense. He gets the ball more than wide receiver.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a dog. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm happy you got it all off your chest, though. You said some stuff about Deacon in there, though. I think you're going to want to, like,
him being the fat sack of shit.
yeah, you're pretty negative about it.
Well, sorry, Deacon. Fucking complete more than 45% of your passes, and I'll change my
10
tune.
and 28, that's a lot lower than 45.
You're right. It is. Complete 35% of your passes, and maybe I'll change. This isn't fucking D3. This is big-time D1 football.
Yeah,
this
it is.
Big Ten, okay?
Yeah. There's a Big Ten championship on the line.
There is.
Every play.
And guess what? I don't get to go back to Iowa City to watch them play, so I have to, just fucking win so that I can come watch you guys get your asses kicked in Indianapolis, just so I can see those beautiful uniforms on the field at least once a season. Supposed to have it last year. They fucking choked and got beat by Nebraska. Supposed to have it this year, you know? And I knew because I started saying, hey, there's no question this team's going 11-1 and they're going to be in the Big Ten championship. Well, what happens? You know, they fucking get beat by Minnesota the next week.
Florida Rosedale.
Yeah, I know.
You got to throw all the records out whenever you're talking about the Florida Rosedale.
You don't, though, because they won. They won, and that son of a bitch, Tim O'Day, decided to, you know.
What's that?
I mean, we all saw it. Every person who knows anything about football was like, yeah, this is bullshit.
Yep.
Okay, that was not a fair catch.
Well, and also, AJ, I said this at the beginning during the Bamboozled segment. If they said it was a bad fair catch, well, as soon as he starts running it back, that's a penalty.
Yep.
You should throw a penalty
Don't
flag.
they whistle it?
There was no whistle.
Okay, so one ref watches, I assume, watches the whole time the returner to see if it's if they're fair catching or not. And this is clearly Peter get away, pointing to get away from like everyone that knows football knows what he's doing.
Well, and also penalty on Minnesota for going to tackle that guy if he was, if he was fair catch. I mean, there's just so many other things that would have had to happen if it was truly called a fair catch at the time. A whistle, obviously clear. A penalty on Minnesota for hitting a guy after a fair catch. Penalty on Iowa right there for continuing to return after giving a fake fair catch. I mean, there's just so many penalties that have to happen for that to be the excuse. I don't understand how that happened.
Ball bounce?
Yeah.
Still fair catch still.
Still okay,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Fair catch still good.
I didn't know
even
that.
if ball bounce.
Yes. Wow.
They went to review because they thought he stepped out of bounds, too. They didn't go to review because they thought it was a fair catch.
So they're in review watching, and they're like, I think he stays in. And then somebody chimes in and goes, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter, right? Because I call it a fair catch. Well, how'd you call it? Did you blow the whistle?
That's wild.
No. Did you throw a flag for them hitting them after? No. Did you? No, I just, in my head, I thought that's a fair catch, and then I never did anything. Okay, cool. So it doesn't matter if you went out of bounds. No, sweet. All right, let's go tell this entire crowd to go fuck themselves.
Yep.
Pretty much. It's wild.
Nuts.
Yeah, that one hurts.
And then the Packers do what the Packers did.
Yeah, I don't care about that. They suck.